course, we have the commissioner here. Well, it's exciting. It's different. It's not something that you're kind of used to. So I guess you feel like you want to do a good job and show them that we know what we're doing. The players are kind of excited. There's a lot of jokes in the huddle. But he's going to meet with them at noon. I think that's really a powerful thing. One-on-one, players only. So I think the guys are kind of interested in how that's going to go.
It's a chance for me not so much to deliver a message, but to hear from them. I think it's dialogue, and I've had some great meetings. I get a lot from talking to the players. They talk to me a lot about what they see as trends and their views on issues, and I respect that. And it's helpful to me as I'm looking through my job and seeing what I can do better and the issues we have to address. Yeah, we have to get to work. We have to get something resolved, and it's going to take an intensive amount of work. And I know the clubs are committed to working day and night to get that done, and I believe the NFLPA is also, and we've got to get that done. There are negotiations already scheduled and planned, so the talks are continuing. I think we all know what we've got to get done and work to get an agreement that works for the players and the clubs and most importantly the fans.
Gotten the chance to know Mr. Goodell a lot better and just really appreciate what he's done. I think the stuff in terms of player safety has been huge. I think player and coach and staff, behavior in terms of living up and being a role model. And I think that's something we all appreciate. And he feels strongly about those things, and he's followed through on them.
We've done a lot of work, obviously, on the club's side of the ball, and we've shared all that work with the Players Association.
The reaction you've gotten from the players on this?
I think that you have to balance that. You have to understand they're concerned about the same thing we are, which is what about the health and safety of our players, and how do we do that the right way? That's why we've talked about the comprehensive nature of this. It's just not you staying within the 20-game format and change it. You've got to look at the off-season, the training camps, the practices during the year. How do we prepare our players, and how do we make sure they stay healthy? Well, it's an important issue for us and our players and for the game and for everyone who participates in active sports. And I think there's a better awareness of the risk and the importance of making sure they're treated properly when you do have a concussion. And of course, you do everything you can to prevent them from happening. That includes rule changes, equipment. But when they do happen, you want to make sure you're dealing with them cautiously. And I think the NFL has made great strides in that, and we share everything we have with our players. We try to push the medical industry and the field to make sure they keep making advances in this area. To your last point, I think players are aware of what other players are going through out there. We actually have a couple incidents last year, which team doctors and trainers have told me, players have identified other players that don't seem right. And the doctors are able to evaluate them and make a determination. And in a couple of those cases, they were concussions. And I think that's a good thing. We keep working on creating value for our fans. And that's what we always are, to improve the quality, the value. And I think the quality of what we do is represented in the fact that we continue to be, extremely popular. But that balance of the fans is something we have to continue to focus on. I've said often before, I'm privileged to be part of the NFL. I'm privileged to be commissioner, and when you get to do something you love to do, you thank yourself every day for that opportunity, and grateful for the trust that you have.
Is the bus taking?